To the Canadian border now, that was forced to close last night after a Rhode Island man led police on a chase. Maine State Police say there may have been an explosive device, on board as well. NewsNation's Dray Clark joins us from New York with the latest on this story. Dray?
Yeah, Blake, hello. Definitely some very tense moments on that stretcher border between Halton, Maine and Canada. It was closed for several hours yesterday after that shooting happened. Police say Tony Holford, who is from Rhode Island, initially refused to pull over for a Maine state trooper. And while that trooper was in pursuit of Holford, he noticed a sign on Holford's vehicle indicating he might have explosive devices inside his truck. Now, when Holford approached the port of entry into Canada, troopers again ordered him out of his truck. But when he refused and kept driving towards Canada, they opened fire on the vehicle, missing Holford. He was eventually arrested and charged with aggravated reckless conduct, terrorizing, and failure to stop. Investigators also now saying they did not find any explosives inside his truck. Meanwhile, this incident happens as the U.S. is now trying to increase its coverage of the northern border as illegal crossings into the U.S. from Canada have sharply increased. The border between the two countries is more than 5,000 miles long, and some lawmakers on Capitol Hill have expressed serious concern about a lack of security there at the northern border. By comparison, the southern border has close to 20,000 Border Patrol agents covering about 2,000 miles of border. But for the northern border, which is twice as long, there are less than 3,000 agents on duty there. Now, we took a look at the latest numbers, and they are quite astounding. According to Customs and Border Protection, apprehensions at the northern border are approaching 100,000, which is already 90% of last year's total. Also, 5,500 Mexican nationals have been caught trying to enter the U.S. from the north. Also, apprehensions are up by more than 70% compared to last year. And some of those people apprehended are actually listed on the terror watch list. Now, more Border Patrol agents have been reassigned to the north. Republicans say the Biden administration has lost operational control over the northern border. Democrats agree, yes, there should be more agents, but they say calling it a loss of operational control is an exaggeration. Officials say the majority of people apprehended at the northern border are migrants from Mexico who fly to Canada without a visa and try to cross into the U.S. from the north where the border is less secured. In New Hampshire, Vermont, and New York, which is part of the Swanton sector, officials are reporting an 800% increase in crossings. To the west, in Montana, Minnesota, and North Dakota, they're also facing the same problem, and they're fearing it could get worse. Now, Blake, it's not just illegal crossings that's concerning lawmakers. There's also the issue of human trafficking and drug trafficking, and somehow the cartels are making money doing both. Blake?
Indeed they are. Dray Clark, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.